Blessings, welcome in, welcome all. I hope everyone's doing well. I know. Thank you for being here. Today's musings is I'm going through this difficult understanding that pops up every time I share my experiences. When I offer information that could be helpful to others, there is the biggest backlash energetically, and it's unfortunate. And this happens to a large group of others. There's a lot of misunderstanding, there's a lot of ridicule, there's a lot of judgment. And this is what keeps this conflict, these battles, these power games amongst the communities, amongst the tribes, so to speak. It's unfortunate and it's a shame. Look, I'm here just to share from my experience. All I do is plant seeds. All I do is share what I perceive and how I make connection points, conceptual links within my reality. And then I share that. What if people choose, because it resonates for them and they find it helpful, and they choose to tend that seed and water that seed for themselves? That is magical, that is magnificent, and I appreciate you that the information is helpful for you. What others choose to do with the information is totally on them. But I'm having people, energies, so to speak, come back and ridicule me every single time because I have the tendency to take dark and light and unify them. Okay? That's the alchemist. And I'm tired of having to, defend myself against that. To have to put on extra protection. To battle the chatter of being shamed and called a dark energy because of my belief systems, because of my practices. It's insane. And I'm not going to apologize for that. Stop with the separation of good, bad, light, dark, evil, whatever. There is no friggin' agenda here. None whatsoever on my end. Okay? I'm just trying to be me, do me, and share and offer information that I receive. Because these things have been helpful on my journey. If it works for you, it works for you. That's great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just not your flavor of ice cream, and that's okay. There's no friggin' judgment. If you're here, thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. But if you're here to just judge and twist and create stories out of the content that I'm expressing, You really need to check why you're here. Why? It's unfortunate. So I want to talk about the information that I've recently posted in the past 2 videos. And I'm hearing within the field that there are others that are stuck on this idea of projection and the idea of being able to project our consciousness. And like I said, demonizing, okay? And creating this big agenda, this big friggin' story. And then pointing fingers at me and be like, you're a witch, you're manipulating people, you're doing this. No, I'm not. I am a humble individual that practiced very privately. Coming online was a huge feat for me to become out and expose myself and become vulnerable to show who I truly am. The things that I do, the things that I practice. Do you think if I was trying to manipulate, I'd give you all my secrets? No. I mean, think about it. Think how ridiculously silly it is. Come on, guys. Look, see? The crows are here to support me. It's like, it's just funny. So if we live in a holographic universe, okay? Everything's a projection. Everything is a projection. Most people apply projection and shadow. We're projecting our shadow on other people, our unconscious thoughts, our unconscious this, unconscious that. But what about the other side? Like, there's not just one side. You have to see reality from every single angle, from every refraction of light. It's not just this or that. It's a multiplicity, a multi-universe, like multi. Do you understand what that is? It is not just 2. Move beyond the 2. Move beyond the duality. There is so much more. And these mind frames are just so limiting. They're so surface level. Not everybody has an agenda, okay? Yes. These practices, this information, have they been used nefariously in the past? Yes, it has. But anyone who knows of this knowledge does not mean that they are nefarious. You cannot take something and then put it in the same category. You can't do that. For one, it's just really unfair to that being. You're disservicing them, you know, like, I just get frustrated. We speak of the regular, well, I can't use the word regular, the common folk, let's use that they are the most judgmental, they are the most unawakened beings. And as light workers, star seeds, however you want to label yourself, that we are so advanced. Yet we are still, say, stop trying to shut me down from speaking my truth. It's ridiculous. Instead of disempowering people, empower yourself. Stop trying to control and subjugate other people from speaking their truth, walking their path however they choose to do. We have no right to take someone's power away. See, now I lost my thread. Touche, but it's not. You know, and I see this go across all through, especially on social media, on YouTube. It happens to a lot of people. Why is it so offensive? Because you can't speak your truth? Because you can't stand in your power? Your autonomy? Your sovereignty? No. Let's belittle others. Let's demonize them. Let's call them names. Let's get into the hive mind and think we are so high and mighty and try to control. No more. Many like myself are standing up and speaking our truths proudly, expressing who they are as a soul, sharing their light, their love, their compassion, unapologetically. We shouldn't have to fear whether we are liked or disliked. It's not even worth it, you know. Sometimes, like, I'll get into this phase and I can't fathom, I can't understand. Because honestly, I don't hurt things. I don't hurt people. Because if I'm hurting someone else, I'm hurting me at the end of the day. Because I get the idea of unity and oneness. A lot of this is surrendering. Look yourself in the mirror and see the things about yourself before you judge anyone. Again, if you're here and you enjoy my content, you enjoy the information, the perspectives, what you choose to do with it is totally up to you. But if you're here just to watch, to shame, to talk smack, to create, nice, to turn me into this illusion that I really am not, ask yourself why you're here. Ask yourself, what are you trying to receive out of this? If it's not benefiting you, click off. I won't be shamed. I won't be ridiculed. I won't be judged. I can't help how others receive my information. It doesn't make me a bad person, because I know things of both light and shadow. But the difference between me and you, I choose to integrate them and unify it and harmonize it and walk the middle path. And for that, I'm at great peace every day. My world is not full of chaos and distortion. My life is very simple. It's very humble. I know a lot of things from a lot of different places, a lot of different topics. I receive a lot of information. And it would be silly for me just to sit on it and not share it with other people. So I'm just going to keep doing it, whether people like it or not. So, I love you all, even those that are in opposition, and like to see me as a villain. I appreciate the lessons. I appreciate it because it gives me an opportunity to really come back to myself and say, is this true? And to really stay with my value, my worth, my knowing, and accept me for who I am, regardless what others think. I won't be swayed. I won't be belittled either. I've had many lifetimes as that. No more. So thank you. I love you all. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for journeying with me. And if I can leave anything, the more that you become aware of who you truly are, at the core, beneath all the conditioning, beneath all the judgment, beneath all the ridicule, all of it, and you completely free yourself, and you're happy, and you love yourself, and the life that you're in, and what you're creating, outside of the groupthink, you're going to be challenged more and more and more. And you will be, others will try to shut you down and disempower you. Stand in your truth, stand in your power, and keep it moving. All will dissolve. That's not in alignment with who you are. Take care.